What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Welcome back to the ZolYin podcast, where we talk about books, brains, and blockchains. Okay, today is a little special katana video. It's kind of to make up for the lack of Sunbeam morning show today. I kind of was coming down with something, probably because everybody family reunion. I had a family reunion this weekend, so everybody's in my house. Everybody's in my house, basically. So you know how it is. You know, you catch something from somebody. Somebody always got something, you know. And my muse isn't pretty good, but you know, can't catch everything. Can't block everything. Sometimes you're gonna catch something. And so I had all sorts of like freaking cough. You know, I had a headache, had stomach ache. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna do a stream. Just won't be able to do it. I just pushed through. I actually turned on the computer. I got everything up, and I was literally sitting there for about 2 minutes, staring into the dark, like, no way am I gonna be able to do what? Why is it still got the alien thing up there? My bad. What's going on? That was weird. That's weird. I don't know why that's up there. That should not be up there. There, I took care of that. I don't know what happened. I must have clicked on that while clicking on 20 different things. So, sorry about that. Gotta get a drink of water. I noticed that when you talk on these things, you get dehydrated real quick. I didn't go to the haircut like I was supposed to, as a result of being sick. I was mad at myself for not going to the. But then I was like, I'm not trying to give it to anybody else, and also wasn't trying to like get sick like even worse, you know, on your way. I was trying not to puke in the car, really. You know, I hate that word, by the way. I was trying not to have stomach issues, you know. Just stomach it at home. Stomach it at home. Anyways, so if you're new, hi, how's it going? Welcome to the ZolYin podcast. We talk about books, brains, blockchains, blockchains, and everything in between, really. This is the home of the mindset called the shadow pill. You know, the mindset of something I created, which is basically the concept of, you know, go your own path, do your own thing, and you know, be your own person. You know, be the captain of your ship. You know, learn from everybody, leave what doesn't work for you, take what works for you, and apply it to your life. Okay, I'm not here to give you a rubric for your own life. You know, you build that yourself. I just give you ideas that could help you, right? And so one of the things I do in this show is in the morning we talk about all that stuff, you know, things in the news, you know, how that's you know, affecting your life, you know, the freedom that I call it the 3 F's, you know, maybe that's what we'll change it into. I don't know, you know, freedom, finances, and I'll leave the other F alone. I'm just messing with you guys. Freedom, finances, and fiction, because I'm a writer. I'm a sci-fi writer. I talk about sci-fi. I talk about at night aliens. That's normally the nighttime show. And so in the morning we talk about all the other stuff, and then at night we talk about aliens and have a good time, because that's, you know, life is short. You know, try to have some fun. You know what I mean? I'm glad it's not a flask. People would think, man, he's getting drunk on the show. No. This is not Nick Ricada. Shout out to Nick Ricada. And shout out to Legal Mindset, too. We'll be doing a show this week, hopefully. Redacted will be up this week, hopefully, on Friday. That would be pretty cool. Very excited for that. So I got a couple topics today we can talk about. I've been meaning to talk about this. Yeah, kind of revisit. I revisit the Twitter topic every now and then, because I'm an old head. I'm an old OG user of Twitter. I've been on Twitter on and off. Not on and off as in like I leave it and deactivate, but like off as in I take a break from it. And so I've been on it since the beginning, basically, almost. I would say. So I had an account in late 2006, early 2007. It's kind of hazy because I had 2 accounts. The 2006 account, I was like, I can't remember the password. So then I was like, a couple weeks went by, I gave up. I went and started a new account, and by that point, it was 2007. So that's how that happened. So technically, I have a 2006 account somewhere. I don't know. Like, I'll figure it out one day. One of these days, I'll find the password. That's why I was very careful with my own keys for the shadow marketplace. You know, the crypto. Because I don't want to end up like that, where you're just like, I have an account, I have a I have a key somewhere. Oh wow, my treasure, no. You know, you don't want to end up losing the secret words to your your keys or whatever, your secret words to your money. So that would suck. But that's what happened for my password account in my, I was young, I was just didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was still in college, still trying to figure it out. Didn't know what the hell was going on. I just was playing around, trying to figure it out. Anyways, someone could edit this and make it look like I'm a drunk. Here he goes again, drinking on his show. I got the perfect hat for it too. It really does look like a bad image of me, like becoming like a drunk on my show. If you'll excuse me, I'm just gonna down this one real quick. I got these little waters last minute because I couldn't go when I went to the store. I couldn't find the regular waters. People have been buying them up almost as if there's a shortage. Water shortage? That's so stupid. But hey, stranger things have happened. Let me just make sure I'm streaming and I'm not like. Yeah, let me just double check that. Am I live? Okay, good. I am streaming. I thought for sure I was like that there was one time I did a show and it was not streaming. That I'll never forget that. I was like, oh, I can't believe 10 minutes went by and I didn't have it was so awkward. Anyways, so like I was saying, I was on Twitter for on and off since the beginning, basically. And I took major breaks, I definitely took major breaks. 2016, I took a break after the election. I didn't want to deal with the drama of all that. I left. I didn't come back until 2018, so I took basically a whole year off. Saw that was crazy. I left again. I kind of was in and out of it in 2019. I was pretty active in 2019. I even had a a lot of I had an account in my RP account. It kind of became my real account, to be honest. My real account, I don't even tweet. I don't tweet. I'm not famous, but I'm known to not tweet. I don't tweet. I just read. I'm a reader. So you can go on my business account, whatever. I don't use any of the accounts anymore, pretty much. I don't use them. I just don't use them. You can go and follow me on Twitter at ZolYin if you're interested. Once in a while I'll tweet out the show. This has become my main place of of my hot takes or whatever. This became the place for that, really. Because one day something happened, and really I had a battle, and I talked about this before, but I had a battle, and I learned. Back when I did tweet, there was a time when I tweeted, and it was to have, conflict with people, and I was just done with that. It was just so toxic to have a conversation about, when you realize these people are extremists, there's really nothing you can do. You can't convince an extremist anything. You got to let it be, And so you have to learn to protect your own mindset, your own energy, because these are people who want to drag you down, and you have to have a very healthy. Ari Joker, what's up, Ari? Ari says I'm here live. Well, I'm glad I tweeted it out then. Good. I'm gonna start tweeting out the show more. I don't know. I feel like I'm just I'm very conscientious of that. I try not to be like a spammer, but it works. Just sending the show out and telling people, hey, we live. It works. It's funny because when you start to just do this and you make this the place of where your hot takes or your conversations are, it becomes second nature, and then also you realize the value of you doing it. You really become it becomes a part of you in a weird way. I don't know if that makes sense. It's this parasocial lifestyle. I don't know if it's a lifestyle necessarily, but I was getting the itch all day long. Oh, I gotta get online. I gotta get on. I gotta get on. And I could feel it in the back of my mind. I was I got so many things to say, especially when you consume YouTube as well. When you listen to other people and you're I have a comment against that. I have a comment against that. Oh man, I can't wait to talk about in the show. And I'm a terrible note taker in my personal life when it comes to like the show. Like I'll have an idea and I'll never write it down. It's so funny how that works. Like unless I'm specifically around paper, you know, otherwise I won't remember. I just definitely won't remember. So now I'm starting to just make voice notes to myself, like, okay, don't forget this, don't forget that, don't forget that. Yeah, I literally call it Yin yelling at himself. So ridiculous. Aries says, I think Twitter will become better if Elon does a subscription model of say $2 to $3 a month for verification. It will be better. I would absolutely buy a $2 to $3 a month subscription for a verification. 1,000,000%. It's worth it. I would do it then. I would do it. Verification with those weirdos, I wouldn't do. But a subscription under him, I would do it. And I don't like him. So that should tell you something. By the way, I feel like it's also why kind of Twitter is what it is now. In a weird way, it's kind of the fault of us who we bullied that man. Okay, I'm gonna say it. 1 million. I'm not proud of it. We roasted that man. Okay. What's his name? Dorsey. Oh man, we bullied that. Oh, when I remember the stuff we said, man, oh Lord have mercy. I love early Twitter. Early Twitter was amazing. Remember I said on tweet? It's the reason why I don't tweet. It's psychological games. Whoa, you got dollar cost crypto in the house. What's up? Holy shit, there's big dogs up in this house. It's different. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about this Twitter toxicity. It's a weird time, man. It's a weird time we live in. I don't even know, man. I would never believe it. I would never. If you told me that someone would buy Twitter, I would never believe it. I would never believe it, bro. Dollar Cost says, I love your grind. Thank you. I appreciate it. Much appreciated. This morning I almost came online too. Y'all done saw me. For real, a lot of love. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'd fallen asleep, man. I almost came in this morning. I said, I'm going to come in anyway. And I was like, nah, I can't do it. I don't want people to see me sick. Green in the gills. And then I'm still streaming. That would probably... I know I'm gonna be sick and blow chunks on the screen now. That's the only time I don't do it. That's the only time I don't get on. But otherwise, I was going to get on anyway. Aries says, buying Twitter for Elon would be great for further marketing of Tesla. Yeah, and Space said, yeah, it would be better for it. That was smart. That was a smart thing he did, buying it. For $44 billion, man. I used to say Twitter was not at all like profitable, but now Twitter might be profitable. It might become profitable. We'll see how it goes. It's making me come back. I can't believe it. Someone said this to me, and I'll never forget it, okay? It was Ethan. Shout out to Ethan. Comic artist pro secrets, Ethan Van Sciver. That's a whole history behind that. I never talk about that. That's a whole saga. Oh, man. Some of the stuff that happened in 2017, 18, 19, 20, it's insane. I mean, up until 2019, that's when you start to wake up and you're like, you know what are we doing here with our lives? Oh, man. There's two sagas. I would say there's two sagas. And three, technically, if you really want to include Leafy, who YouTube and Twitter got together and they were like, we're gonna join forces, Yes, you had Susan's crew, you had Jack's crew. They came together. They said, we gotta stop him. We gotta stop this 20-something-year-old. He actually is cultivating a group of people who can roast people effectively. Leafy was one of those people who woke me up to the reality of if you're good at what you do and you are ruthless and you don't stop, They will change their algorithm just for you. They will. That's what happened in Leafy 2016. I never seen it before change. I'd never seen the algo change for one person. And that was the prequel to the Adpocalypse. The Adpocalypse, they were just waiting for an excuse. When PewDiePie dropped the N-word, honestly, that was just an excuse for them. They were already ready to do it. Had nothing to do with Ethan. That's a funny slip. It had nothing to do with Felix. Felix was when he said it, it was just the perfect opportunity for them. You know, they knew it was time. They're like, we have this new algorithm. You know, we already dropped it on Leafy. It worked. It didn't kill the system. So, and we making more money from it. So let's go ahead and pull the rug from everybody else again. Because at the time, they had to pay more people. It costs more money to pay all these smaller YouTubers than it is to just rug all the smaller YouTubers who are under 10K subscribers and a certain number of hours and views and just pocket the money. Okay, it's the same thing what they did with Medicare. With Medicare, they rug pulled them and they took the money, all that donation money. By the way, it was going to St. Jude's Medical Center. Okay, the shout out to St. Jude's. For St. Jude's, man. Imagine you got a check already ready to go. It's gonna be written and sent to you. Cancer research. We're gonna give you whatever. I forgot what it was. 50K. All right, we're gonna give you 50K. You know, tax write-off. Perfect. Everything great. And then they had to reject it. Yo, YouTube was taking this money back. It's out of control. And this is the stuff they do, okay? This is the kind of mentality that they don't care about who they harm in the process of doing this. Just because you didn't like the person. Which is fine. No one's entitled to you being liked. That's fine. I understand that. If you don't like Medicare, that's fine. If you don't like Leafy, that's okay. I understand that. That's, it is what it is. You're a company. You have the right to not like somebody or associate with them or whatever. And even if you get them off the platform or whatever, which I disagree with, even if you do that, you don't have a right to take the money. You got to give them their money, right? That's just the minimum. That's like bare freaking minimum, So, and that's the thing that they do. They're looking for the bottom line. It's all about the bottom line, even if they don't tell you. So the thing that woke me up about Twitter a long time ago, and this was like around 2017, 18, was they realized, after 2016, it was kind of like the Twitter pill, right? They got their own red pill, right? They said, we could make a lot of money with these people fighting each other, so we're going to allow the bots to come through. Because before, in 2016, they actually had a system to filter out bots. There was lots of little things on the back end of their system that allowed them to filter through the bots. The reason why you have bots now is because when, no offense, but when President Warhammer won the election, that wasn't supposed to happen for Twitter. Twitter was like already pre-ready for Hillary to come in, okay? It was already a done deal. They even had a little, that's how you know they were ready, because they had the new hashtag with Hillary ready to go, like ready to roll. They never got to use it. So that already tells you, and it takes time to program that in the system. They can't just code that in. They have to actually go first. They get the artist to do it and everything, but then also they have to be ready in the system to add that new hashtag and have it in the system with there's like a rollover period. So all the phones that are hooked already online at the time, they have like mini servers. It's kind of like how YouTube works, where they have mini servers all over the world. And so those work as hubs. And that's why when you see certain areas in the world, certain things are not allowed on Twitter. But if you go to a different side of the world, it's allowed. It's because that specific server in Twitter. Why do I know so much about this? This is kind of fucked up that I know this. I don't even work there. I'm kind of mad right now. I'm like, why do I know this free info? It's like I'm giving up my free data in my brain for this. But what happens is they have different servers around the world, and they're able to change what's on those servers. And so they had already prepared the American servers with the Hillary ones, with the Hillary hashtag. And so if you typed it in at the time, if you have a time machine, you type it in, it would say 2016 president. It would Hillary's head would pop up. Sounds terrible when I say it like that, but her little emoji would pop up next to that, hashtag. So they were prepared already. It was almost like, I mean, I don't know if you want to call it a cabal, you call it whatever you want to call it. They already prepared. They were all set to go, and that woke me up again in a weird way, because I was like, why are you so prepared already? Why are you so why are you so like this confident in this, right? And so that was like another wake up call for me. But the wake up call for them was, oh, we can have people fight each other, and we can still make a ton of money off this. So they started to turn this terrible thing for them, into a very profitable thing. And so secretly they were profitable through their ad services, right? The ads are how they were doing it. And that's why you started to see an influx of bots and an influx of ads. And really the 2016 experience was the end, in my opinion, of Twitter, as far as like Twitter you see now is kind of like that experience was kind of that experience of 2016, the beginning of it, right? And then it's like it's that era, right? And so before, in like 2015, it wasn't as nearly as bogged down, slow, unusable. It was, and even then, that was during Gamergate. So Gamergate, it was a trash fire. That's why I say 2014 and up was really like the end in a weird way, if you really want to kind of be more, doomer about it. But it was true. It's a doomer view, but it is true. Technically, it was kind of over in 2014 for Twitter. YouTube was still safe. YouTube was still a place that you could kind of put up content, and you didn't have to worry about being shadow banned. You didn't have to worry about these shenanigans, because it's all a psyop. It's all a psychological game. The whole point of Twitter is to make you think that you are the minority in every opinion that you have, that you believe is, that's your lived experience. So, for example, if you said, I live in a local town, and people are, not good to each other and they're not thinking about all this stuff. They're not fighting over race and all these things. They're making you feel like that's not true. Like that, the whole point of them is to gaslight you. It's a psyop. It's a guilt trip thing. It's to make you think, am I crazy? And it really works. It's super effective. I hate to make that meme. That's a meme, but it's the truth. It's very effective, because a lot of people will be silent after that. They're like, oh, okay, well, I won't talk about this online. And then even in their personal lives, they start to think, oh man, Twitter is real life, and this starts to seep in. And that's the real virus of Twitter, is to make people think that Twitter is real life, but it's not. It really isn't. And you will find yourself second guessing your own thoughts all the time as a result of what Twitter had become, this little cabal place. Let me look at the chat real quick. God bless Doge. That's so funny. Cool Frog, what's up, bro? Thanks for all the positive words. Yeah, you're welcome. Tech Chief, what's up, bro? The point is to make the norm seem abnormal. Yep, and the inverse, absolutely. They're making you feel like you're the weirdo, right? That you're the bad guy. Oh, Sam Perchansky, what's up, bro? It's just too weird. It's a weird time, because now it's kind of they're starting to be afraid. The pressure is on. They think that maybe it's their time, right? And in my personal opinion, that the chickens come home to roost, because they've made their whole lives about this platform, right? A lot of these people, they have their own little now you don't know, maybe you don't know this, and that's fine. In their accounts, they have little DM groups. And in the DM groups, that's where they all put their little cabal things, where they have conversations. They don't even leave the platform. That's how crazy Twitter is. A lot of these people have like 20, 30, 50 people groups in their little Twitter account. So imagine instead of using Telegram, you have the same kind of chats, but in Twitter. It's just insanity. But that's the life they live. That's how they live their lives. It's through that app, okay? Let me look at the chat real quick. Sam says, but they'll tell you what they want. They tell you what they want to do. You just have to believe them. Yeah, they tell you what they want to do, and you have to just take them at their word, their craziness, right? You don't, even if they're powerless, if they're kind of have that gamma mindset of like delusion, right? They say something, but they don't have the power to do that thing. For example, Elon's getting death threats. I'd look it up, but I'm not trying to risk the channel. I mean, there's thousands of I want to murder Elon kind of, nonsense. But and if you look at the accounts, these are not people who are even remotely physically fit. Just not even like in the same ballpark of this is possible. Nah, it's not even remote. It's not even. It's just to me. I look at it this way. This is a therapy for them, right? The threats, the death threats, them screaming out. It's like that meme. Let me find that meme where that girl was screaming after the election. You know what I'm talking about? Where they lost and they what was that girl screaming Trump. I'm gonna just type that in. I shouldn't have said that his name. That's see how bad the algorithms are. They get you to do all these shadowy codes. I can't even say Warhammer's name. You got me saying codes like Warhammer. It is what it is. Let me show you that. The picture I'm talking about. The girl losing it. I'm gonna put it up here. Oh, I can't. Oh, let me do it right down here instead. That's fine. We'll do it down here. I think right here. This girl. That's what I'm talking about. So that's what this is. They're just, they're freaking out. They screaming. They're doing their thing. But at the end of the day, excuse me, get some water there. At the end of the day, it's just, to me, it's a cry for attention. It's a cry for help. Nobody in their personal Danielle says nobody in their personal life cares about them. It's unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate. Excuse me. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality, right? These are people who, it's not that people don't care about them and they're victims or something. These are people who chased people away, okay? They were indoctrinated or they self-indoctrinated, it doesn't matter, and into this club, this occult, this political occult, because to them the political is personal, okay? The political is personal. That's their life now. Whether it's through college or if it's through friendships and or through social media now, that's the world we live in. These people are it's a cyber cult. I'm gonna call it cyber cult. Cybercult is probably like that sounds like a cool novel. I'm gonna write that down. The cyber cult, that's what it is, unfortunately. And at the end of the day, I'm not, at the end of the day, these people they have to go home. And what I mean by that is they have to turn off the computer, they have to turn off their phone, and they have to go to their bed by themselves in their lonely home, in their lonely life. And worse, in some cases, some people they're living together, right? These adults, they're all living together because they can't afford their own place, because they don't live well. They don't make good choices. They work terrible places. They live in terrible locations. Some of these people live in downtown and they're cramped in a bedroom apartment with 10 of these people. And I'm not exaggerating. I hate to say that, but that was one of the there's so many sub communities that have this problem on Twitter, but that's one of the things. I give you an example. The comic book side of Twitter is toxic. It's one of the most toxic communities on Twitter. The K-pop people on Twitter, super toxic. These are people who don't make a living. These people live probably with their parents. If they're in their 20s, they're definitely living with their parents. And if they're not in their 20s, they're in their teens. And that was another thing. When Tumblr was shut down, and or rather when Tumblr lost, when they changed their policy and they banned pornography, that was the end of Twitter as well. That was another nail in the coffin, because they all migrated here. That's why you have all the weirdos and all these people that I cannot name them. Let me write this down. These are people who when you're driving, I'll give you an example. I think you'll pick up what I'm putting down. When you're driving and back in the day when we didn't have the internet, you had to take out a piece of paper that had all the roads and the mountains and the cities, and what were those called again? You had to look at something They had all the areas, they had the north and the south. There you go. Bingo. There you go. You're picking up what I'm putting down. So that's when you got all those people, okay? And so as a result of having all those people come in, you are having now extremely toxic conversations, and that are dangerous, right? Very dangerous, very glowy. I would say extremely glowy. I would say, in fact, that was the moment, in my opinion. That's when, 2016, you might say that's when the alphabet community, the alphabet mafia, the alphabet boys, the alpha, beta, Charlie, Delta boys. You know who I'm talking about. When they said, we're gonna make an account, we're gonna start to like really take Twitter seriously and look around and see what we can see, right? Start to look around and go to the back end, pause, no homo. But when they started to go around and look into Twitter and doing all these psyop things, that's when you started to see that from the Uncle Sam boys. But before that, before the particular these people, these people showed up from Tumblr, you didn't have that problem. You didn't. It was not. There's so many psyops on Twitter. It's almost like layered. There's like, I would say there's like the 7 things you have to avoid on Twitter. Fighting on Twitter is pointless. Don't do it. You're part of an ad. They're making you you're part of the statistics to make the money. Don't fight, okay? Don't do it. It's worthless. It's a worthless endeavor. Let the people think what they want to think. Roast them if you want. Take a screenshot if you want and post it again. Whatever. But don't actually have a conversation with these people and an argument with these people. It's just an L, okay? I think of all the times I argue with people on Twitter, and this is back in the old days when we was torturing Jack. I mean, goddamn. I still think about those things I say. There's times I won't lie. There's some things I do. It's, when you regret something, when you see something and you regret it, but at the same time, you still laugh when you think about it. You definitely feel bad for it, but you're like, damn, that was funny, though. Don't approve it, but it was funny. Oh, man. There's a reason why he don't check his mentions. There's a reason for that. He didn't check his mentions way back in the day. That was dead. He had to set something else out to see what was worth it, what was worth seeing. You know what I mean? He was not looking at his own mentions. No. Oh man, I can't tell you some of the stuff. I'll give you an example. Oh man, when you troll your own friends and you post something and you're just like, this is fucked up, but you do it anyway. Yeah, it's like that. Some of the stuff, oh lord. Anyways, that's beside the point. But you get what I'm trying to say. There's a whole history about why it is that toxic, right? There's an era where it was based and it was fun and it was about tech. That's really what Twitter was. It was a place to have a conversation about tech. I remember vividly. I remember Linus Tech Tips. Shout out to Linus Tech Tips, where he used to post all sorts of reviews. Marcus Brownlee. Shout out to Marcus Brownlee, MKBHD. He used to post a bunch of reviews. He used to do like one of these short little reviews of like, oh, this phone, blah blah blah. Check out the rest on my YouTube channel. You would click on it and you would go there. And that was before you couldn't even post links back then. You had to tell people what the channel was, and then you just had to look for it. You couldn't even post. Links weren't working. There wasn't a feature for that yet. You couldn't post pictures either. Pictures eventually came, but that was before the pictures came links. Then you could like click on a link and then you go to a picture. Remember, I think it was lockers. The lockers, oh my god, I hated those fucking things. And then before Instagram, it was, what the hell was that thing called? I forgot what it was called. Photo something. I can't remember. There was Photo Bucket, and then there was another one. It was like what predated Instagram. There was like a lot of there was a lot of weird, shady photo sites. Now that I think about it, I would not upload. Think about it. All those kids uploaded their photos on those random photo sites, man. It just, when you think about it, it's really not a Not smart. It was very because it was free. You didn't want to pay the price. These prices were like $30, and teenagers didn't have $30 to throw away like that. Not back then. You know what I mean? Teenagers barely can afford to afford the laptop. They didn't have any money after that. They were done, or their smartphone. Again, smartphones were not cheap back then either. No, no, no. They were. You remember the first iPhone? How much it was costing? Oh man, I remember one guy basically spent his entire allowance and his Jack in the Box money. I was laughing. I said, "Damn, you spent how much on that iPhone? Jesus Christ!" And it wasn't even working when he just got it. It was broken. He had to send it back. He was crying. Oh man, poor Jerome. Let me go ahead and find you some dark stuff that man, I'm telling you, man, Twitter is so. It's really sad when you see what it became and what it could have been. It had a lot of potential. It really did. It could have been this place of and it could have been really a good a place. Like if you look at 4chan, and I know people will hate 4chan. I get it, whatever. But when you look at 4chan, there's like a type of conversation that happens on 4chan that you can never really have on Twitter. And it's like you kind of see what people really think on 4chan, no matter what. You really do see what people think on 4chan. You really can get an idea of whatever that person's posting, they truly believe that. For the most part, they truly believe it. Now, if you go to other places, if you go to Poll, you might see some just trolling or whatever. But usually when someone posts something, they're genuinely believing in whatever they're posting, no matter how ridiculous it is. But when you see stuff like this, and again, there was not the psyops on 4chan are just so obvious. But when you see stuff like this, you kind of get a wonder. You're like, it's kind of depressing. But anyways, let me show you what I'm talking about here. You can start to see the next wave of hate. So you see here, Elon finally acknowledging that something might happen to him because of all this crazy shit and all the hate that he's getting. And then he says, "If I die under mysterious circumstances, it's been nice knowing ya." And then if you scroll down here, you see the guy posting, another random guy posting John McAfee's tweet. Rest in peace, John McAfee. He's the last tweet he ever had where he talked about Elon's the new orange man. Elon man bad. Oh man. Oh Lord. It's kind of funny. Let me see some of the other tweets below. Is there a lot of hate down here? Oh, people are posting it too. Gentle, subtle messages from the U.S. officials saying effective. We're gonna. Oh Jesus Christ. Protect Elon Eddie Cost. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Yeah. John did not. Yeah, he definitely didn't uninstall. He definitely didn't uninstall. I think maybe this is a test in a weird way, to see what. I mean, not to say that this is like a psyop, but I think that in a weird way, I think he's testing to see what the market's gonna be like with the Twitter. I think when he bought it, in a weird way, he's testing to see the validity of Twitter as an actual moneymaker. Because now he's looking at the technology behind it, right? Yeah, psyop like the Q people. Yes. I'm very conscious of that because I try not to fall for any of this stuff. I want to show you something that's just unrelated. Look at this thing from Ben Shapiro. Happy primary caregiver of unspecified gender who decided not to terminate. Oh Lord, that shit gets me. Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh my god, dude. Okay, let me just put that away. That got me. Sometimes Twitter is hilarious. I think maybe Twitter might be. I'm a little white pilled right now. I think Twitter might turn around. I think it has a chance. You're starting to see tweets from people I'd never seen before in a long time. I haven't seen, for example, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen. I mean, you have to look for these people. Another example is Danielle D'Souza Gill. I haven't seen her in a very, very, very long time. It's just kind of weird. Is this okay? I have to ask. Is this his actual secret account, or is this somebody else? Is that his secret account? Let me know. Because someone told me he had a secret account, and I couldn't find it. You tell me if I thought I found it earlier, but I don't know. I'm looking at it now, and it's not him. I don't think it's got 46K subscribers. I don't think it's him, or followers. I don't think it's him. But man, there's so much I could talk about this. I mean, there's so many directions to go with this. I'm kind of like I'm kind of getting pulled apart here with this. Let me pull up the news story, and so we can kind of go through in a direction that's like, solidified. Someone, Danielle said, I heard someone call the overturning of Roe Wade the Ben Shapiro. I don't know if I should do an episode. I don't know if I should do an episode on the abortion thing. To be honest, everyone said everything I was already thinking. So that's all. I haven't talked about it. Danielle says, "Is this? It's because it's 5'4" and makes the left seat." Okay, that's funny. That's funny. I used to be critical of Clarence Thomas. I used to think he was just like he made the right look, because he always has he's always upset looking. But then I realized, like he made the right look, like vindictive or whatever. But then I realized journalists today they don't have integrity. They really don't. Not everybody's like that. And we'll talk about one who's a good journalist, but most of the mainstream journalists, they're bad people. They're just dishonest, disingenuous people. You name it, CNN, MSNBC. I mean, you name it. They're just not good people. I think even HLN is not good, right? Isn't HLN like purposefully what do you call it? What's the term I'm looking for? I can't remember the term. It's like facetious. Like they're facetious. Like they're just completely disingenuous. They'll say there's like something that will happen. They'll be like, "Did it happen though?" Gaslighting the public. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, if you're gonna do that, then why don't you just have an opinion show? Don't have a news show. Just have an opinion show. That's the worst thing. Don't present your stuff as news when it's opinion. Like my stuff, I tell y'all, my stuff is my opinion. I always tell y'all, I never said I was unbiased or whatever. I have my own views. I have my own beliefs. Y'all already know my beliefs are. I believe in the shadow pill. Go your own way. Believe in your own thing. Figure it out, right? Take what works for you. If it works for you, okay then. It's not hurting anybody. It's not, it's not a crime. You don't believe in some sacrificing humans or something, for your own gain. I mean, that's fine then. As long as you're not doing weird shit like that, we're good. Let me find this news story. I saw it earlier. Is it Zero Hedge? I can't remember. I hope it's not Zero Hedge. No offense to Zero Hedge. I like Zero Hedge, but their ads are killing me. Their ads are absolutely wrecking. Like I put ad blocker on that and it just passed right through it. I don't know how. Let me see. Someone told me they make me so mad I go Southern. It's like, I can hear your accent more. I'm like, no. That's when you're mad. When your speech goes back to basics. I can't. Oh wow, the psychology of they got a good article sometimes, like this one called "The Psychology of Manipulations: 6 Lessons from the Master Propaganda." I'm gonna definitely check that out. But I can't find it here. It must have been a different article. I mean, I swear to God, I'll say this though. There is, I'm already Southern. I love it. There's a video from. Now I wonder if I'll get in trouble for this. There's a video from what's his name? What do you call it? Gundam. God dang it. It's a Gundam. Shout out to It's a Gundam. He's a New Yorker who actually I like. He's a New Yorker, former New Yorker. I don't know if he lives there anymore. I doubt he lives there anymore. But he's a former New Yorker. He made this video called I've been listening to him since 2016. This guy's hilarious. Yeah, Papa Gundam. Is that what they're calling him now? Hey, he blew up. I couldn't believe it. I checked him out recently. I said, dang, he blew up. He used to be listen, he used to be some of the most black-pilled people I knew. I was like, dang, I'm sorry, I can't. That's why I stopped listening. I had to take a break. I said, I can't listen to this anymore, Gundam. This is killing me, bro. Like, my mindset, I gotta protect it. You know what I mean? Like, it was a woe is me every video. I was like, oh, I can't keep consuming this. I'll come back when it's better. I'll come back when you're on the up. And I knew he was gonna make it. He's relentless. If you're relentless and you really believe in what you're doing, you keep pushing through, you'll make it. You will make it. You just gotta keep adapting. This video here is so good, even though I'm probably gonna get in trouble for showing it. This video, I want to show you some clips from it. And I think it's fair use. I'm pretty sure it's fair use. I'll have to reach out and apologize if it's I'll talk to him. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'll take the hit if it is the hit. Let me just see if I can get the sound up. Oh wait, hold on. Let me get this down. I'm gonna go down and have it go up. There's a clip I want to show. I'll find it. Let me get to let me get to that clip. I think it's around here where he says something like, is it this one?
Let us now hear the Twitter brainlets cry out in unison with hate, venom, and vitriol.
Yep.
I'd give anything to be the one that shoot Elon Musk in his looking head.
Jesus Christ.
Daily reminder that billionaires should not exist.
Jesus Christ.
Well, time to kill Elon Musk.
And of course, the person has a trans flag in there.
This person screaming he's gonna time to kill Elon, but he got the trans flag
bio.
Some fellow comrades are having their villain origin story today and will either become hitmans and try to murder Elon Musk for buying our app, or worse, become
just an app. Yo, grow up. Yeah, that should violate. Yeah, it should. But you know what they're doing? They're hiding behind, oh, it's freedom of speech now, so we can say this stuff, even though it's called a call. It violates that law because it's a call to action. Let's look at that right now. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm good at this. What does the law say? Call to action, law. I just typed that in. Let me see. Okay, real quick. Let me see. Call to action, law, crime. There we go. That's what I needed to do. Let me type in death threat. There you go. Solicitation to commit a crime of violence. Boom. I was looking for this. This is called 18 U.S. Code 373, solicitation to commit a crime of violence. Whoever with intent that another person. This is from Cornell Law School. I mean, you can find it in regular. You can find it in the regular law books, but I just wanted a quick source, real fast. Whoever the intent that another person engage in conduct constituting a felony that has an element, the attempted use or threatened use of physical force against property or against the person of another in violation of the laws of the United States and under circumstances strongly corroborate that of that. Oh, let me show you actually so you can see it. There we go. I didn't even know it was not up. Where was I? I lost my spot. Right here. Or threaten the use of physical force against property or against the person of another in violation of laws of the United States and other under circumstances strongly corroborated of that intent, solicits, commands, induces, or otherwise endeavors to persuade such other person to engage in such conduct shall be imprisoned not more than 1/2 of the maximum term of imprisonment, notwithstanding section 3571. Fined not more than 1/2 of the maximum fine prescribed for the punishment of the crime solicited, or both. So, yeah, there's a lot here. There's a lot. Basically, you can't just be like, yo, kill that guy, right? There's so many things. Yeah, you can't be like, Put that down here. You can't be like, yo, let's kill that guy. I want to kill that guy. Let's do it. You know, it ain't gonna work. Call Andrew. Call Andrew. I like that. Branderburg. Who's Branderburg? Am I missing something here? Branderburg. Is that a case? Is that? I know it's a town in Germany. Brandenburg. Is that a case? That must be a case law, right? Okay. Yeah. Oh, versus Ohio. Oh, the leader. Oh, the leader of the. That's what that one is. Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. That's good. Yeah, you can't. You can't incite. Let me put this down. I'm talking way too loud. These things make me think that I'm not loud enough. I'll put this back up here. But like I was saying, you can't incite violence and then expect someone did it, right? Let's say something happened, and then we can link what you said to the person doing it. Like, if, for example, if there's a girl named Sarah, and Sarah on Twitter talking about kill Elon, and then let's say I was like, yo, I like Sarah. I'm trying to get with Sarah. I want to impress her. Then I go kill Elon, God forbid, right? That kind of thing. And then they caught me. Okay, I'm caught. It's red-handed. I'm my hands. I got Elon hands. Elon hands. I got Elon's blood on my hands. Jesus Christ. I have Elon's hands. No, that's nightmarish. You can't sleep at night after that one. Can you imagine holding Elon's hands? I got Elon's hands. What do I do with them? That's terrible. What a dark episode. But yeah, I got his blood in my hands, and then I say, why, I say to the cops, during the interrogation, I did it to impress Sarah. I wanted to impress her. They're gonna hem her up. She's done. All they have to do is get the tweet from Twitter's cache. That's it. Twitter has they keep the tweets. If you delete tweets, it doesn't matter. They keep those tweets for at least 8 years. They used to say just 7. And then something happened with the Alphabet Boys. Now it's 8, okay? So they keep it for 8. That's what they're telling the public. Now, I think it's a lot longer than that. I think it's however long statute of limitations is, based on whatever crime. They're probably doing 10. They're probably doing 10, in my opinion. To be honest, they probably have a long archive, like a big one, from everything. They probably have everything. They probably have it somewhere tucked away. A hard drive, a cold hard drive, where they have everything from back in the day, and they do it in pieces. That's technically how Jack works with a lot of stuff. A lot of the stuff he has, they don't just delete. Oh, we have an update. Well, the updated Twitter is a trial. They're trying it out. They could always go back. They have all the old stuff. They just put it away. They don't tell you that they did, but they do. And the only reason why I remember this was because when they used to show off back in the day, whenever they would roll off a new update, they would show you pictures of the servers, and they'd be like, oh yeah, rolling out the old stuff, and they would have a hard drive of the old stuff. Huh? I used to keep an eye on that. I used to be like, oh, so there's a physical Twitter server thing. Like they have a physical thing, hard drive for the server. It's a SSD hard drive, which is a solid state drive, which is what you use. In fact, I have one in the living room. That sounds wrong when I say that. Why do you have a solid state drive? That sounds hella sus, huh? I have my family photos in there. I collect my family photos in I treat it like crypto. I have them everywhere just in case something happens. I don't want to lose it. It's history to me. So, but what I was trying to say was, they have physical, solid state hard drives, and I think there's an example I could show. You could type solid state hard drive server. Yeah, server. Right. A good example would be not these ones. These are really user friendly ones. I'm talking about the big bad boys. I'm gonna type in large. There's large ones. They got these big boys. That's the one. This is what they have right here. That right there, they got these boys. That's what they use. and they're huge. Like, there were like 18 of them things when I saw that. I was like, whoa. And they were like, yeah, each one has the different type of update. So every update, it's got one, like the big ones. So they can go back to 2015 if they wanted to, and you could have 2015 Twitter, no problem. I don't know if the code would still work or if it would break it. I don't know. I know those girls that had designed the front end really effed up the thing. They were complaining about it. Why do I know this tech stuff? I just, every time, dude, I don't know what's wrong with me. I keep tabs on it. I don't know why. It's like I feel like invested in it and somehow. That's sad. It's like I just realized that about myself. I go, yeah, it's like this and this, as if I'm working on them. It's ridiculous. Now that I know that, I'm gonna wipe that from my memory. But you get what I'm trying to say. Like, it kind of helped me understand the psychology of these people in the past and why they became the people of today. A lot of it is the people quit. A lot of it is people became, higher ups in the company. They used their old skills to do new things in Twitter. For example, that one girl who started working for Twitter, she used to be infiltrating like little communities. And let me find it for you. This part was interesting to me. I'm gonna find it real quick, and I don't remember where in the video. Oh, I think I found it. Is that her? No, that's the Tori Lorenz girl who was doxing the leftist taking L's account. No, I'm trying to find the one where the woman is like, she came out as, oh yeah, I used to infiltrate these communities, these toxic gamer communities, and now she is like that. Oh, found it. I found it. Scroll back. There you go. Her name is Del Harvey. Right here. There we go. We're gonna go back. I think this is too far. We'll see. Click on this, and I'll mute me a little bit. Put me down a little bit. All right. I think we'll be good. How far?
But Twitter is to ensure user trust, protect.
I guess knowing how to talk to pedophiles like a teenage boy gave her an inside edge on trolling tactics.
My job at Twitter is to ensure user trust, protect user rights, and keep users safe, both from each other and, at times, from themselves.
Sheer hubris.
After the deal was finalized, things got really weird. The media began attacking Musk with all the swiftness of a cross-eyed pit viper named Gordon. MSNBC began to worry about disinformation, like we literally didn't already have that going on with the laptop fiasco recently. Now, it's an issue.
And the big lies still loom large over the party, which has gone all in on disinformation to serve its political ends. And now, news yesterday that Elon Musk, who seems to, at least at this point, possess more expansive views on speech than Twitter's current management, has purchased Twitter. That has sent shockwaves through much of the anti-disinformation political universe, which...
Like Elon Musk, and people say, oh, I think Elon's thinking this or that. There's a bigger problem here about how we are going to control the channels of communication in this country.
Done. You said the thing. He said it. He said the. Oh, I love it. He said the quiet part loudly. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for the. Thank you for the honesty. I'm glad you came out of the closet. That's what I want to see. I want you to come out of that closet. That's all I want. That's all I ask. I don't ask much. I just ask for some honesty. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Peace upon you. Appreciate it. Oh, Capitan. He said, control the communication. If you were interested, if you haven't seen it already, definitely check out the Katana episode. It's also a blue thumbnail. It's called you can scroll back. It's the Katana episode. It's on disinformation, but I didn't call it disinformation. I made sure I wasn't gonna get shadow banned in that one, and I haven't. I was getting a lot of views on that one. I got more views on that one than most videos. That's really good. But anyways, this was therapeutic, man. I like how it all comes together. It's all coming together. I shouldn't have done this. Sorry, Josh. I'm gonna start doing this now. It's all coming together now. Oh man, this is dark, man. Hey, if anything happens to me, they did it. Cause I'm as healthy as they get. Okay, I already done had the dang thing. I had the katana on before it was even on the news in 2019, and I ain't never got the goddamn you know what, the wax. I ain't never been a wax head. So and I eat healthy, so you know what I mean. I'm a little worried. I'm just kidding, y'all. We having fun here. Anyways, that's it for now. If you like this video, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You know, you could share it. That would be great. That's pretty much all I ask now is just share it. Let people have fun with it. Tell them, you know, when the time start, whatever time you want them to check out. I think 5 minutes in is always pretty safe. Usually 5 minutes in is a good time to start. Last time that Katana one, I think it was 3 minutes before the show was starting. I don't remember. But this was educational for me. And it was therapeutic because I could get all the Twitter stuff and sometimes I don't talk about it. I just let it build up, and I could let it build up for years if I wanted to. But it was nice to just let go, like just say everything that all this history in my mind. I could just dump it and then walk away and be done with it, and then like be free of that. Like I don't even need it. Like I don't need this stuff. You know, I don't look at it like that. I don't look at it and there's a reason why. I didn't want it to be addicted. I told you guys, it's an addictive app. I'm very careful about that app. It's very addictive. I find myself getting, again, it doesn't take long. You get on there, you see some stuff that, oh, this is cool. Oh, these people are cool people. Oh, great, wonderful. Who's that person? What the heck did they say? You're so wrong, and here's why. It's on purpose. It's designed to make you fight, to make you want to fight. And sometimes it's designed for you to just keep looking at content for hours. Oh, you know, TikTok is that same way. It gets to a lizard part of your brain. It's the hind part of your brain. It's passing your logic side and saying, why don't you just keep consuming some more? Go ahead, do your thing. You know, there's no stopping. You just keep endlessly scrolling. You know. So, anyways, that's it for now. If you like this video, if you have anything you want to talk about in regards to it, any comments, concerns, suggestions, go ahead and put it in the comment section. I appreciate it. I always read the comments. I read every comment. I try to hit the heart on every comment. Especially if it's good. And I try to reply if there's anything I can say. You know, but sometimes there's just nothing to say. I just agree. You know, you know what I mean. Sometimes you just agree. You're just like, that comment's good. But anyways, thanks again. Have a great day. You guys have a great night. I'll do another one. Am I gonna do another one tomorrow? Let's just do tomorrow night a show. Okay, we won't do a morning show tomorrow for once. I won't do a morning show tomorrow. I'll do a night show, and then we'll do a Tuesday morning show. So how about that? I think that would work. I think that's gonna work. We'll do that, and I will see you tomorrow night. If you want to, thank you. Have a great night. Take it easy. Oh.